Back to FPL Pro Tips, the ultimate source for all your fantasy Premier League insights. After a 2-week international break, the Premier League is back in action on October 19th, and so are we. We couldn't upload for Game Week 7 due to some personal reasons, but we are ready to dive straight into Game Week 8. In this video, we will break down the key fixtures, highlight the players to watch, and give you expert transfer advice to help you make those all-important decisions. Stay tuned for captain picks, differentials, and the latest updates to give your team the edge this week. Let's get ready for an exciting return to FPL after the international break. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Before we dive into the Game Week 8, let's quickly reflect on what we learned from Game Week 7. Manchester City secured a crucial win in a tense match against Fulham, keeping their unbeaten run intact and staying close to league leaders Liverpool. After back-to-back draws with Arsenal and Newcastle, Pep Guardiola's team returned to winning form. Fulham struck first with a goal from Andreas Pereira, but a deflected shot by Mateo Kovacic brought City level by half-time. Just 2 minutes into the second half, Kovacic scored again to put City ahead. Jeremy Doku then extended the lead with a remarkable goal, though a late strike from Rodrigo Muniz made for a tense conclusion. Everton and Newcastle played to an engaging goalless draw at Goodison Park. Newcastle dominated most of the game and looked poised to take the lead when James Traoré fouled Sandro Tonali in the box during the first half. After a VAR review, a penalty was awarded, but Anthony Gordon's attempt was brilliantly saved by Jordan Pickford. Gordon was a constant threat against his former team, using his pace and skill to cause problems throughout the match. Despite both sides making substitutions to shift the momentum, the contest remained evenly balanced and neither team managed to break the deadlock for a win. Chelsea found it difficult to break through Nottingham Forest in a closely contested match on Sunday. Despite controlling much of the possession, the Blues were unable to secure all 3 points, ultimately settling for a 1-1 draw. Brighton staged an incredible second-half comeback to secure a thrilling 3-2 victory over Tottenham Hotspur. Despite trailing 2-0 at halftime with goals from Johnson and James Maddison, Tottenham looked in control. However, Brighton turned the game around, sparked by Jorginho Rotter's goal and assist, before Danny Welbeck's late winner sealed the victory, sending the home fans into celebration. Aston Villa and Manchester United played out a 0-0 draw at Villa Park. This result marks United's lowest points total after 7 league matches since the 1989-90 season, capping off a tough week for Erik ten Hag. 7 fixtures will be played on Saturday 19th October 2024 with Spurs vs West Ham being the early kickoff. Similarly, 2 fixtures will be played on Sunday 20th October 2024. Liverpool welcomes Chelsea at Anfield on Sunday. We will be hoping for an exciting encounter between these two teams. The final game of this game week will be played on Tuesday, 22nd October 2024 between Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace. Manchester City faces Wolves and Southampton respectively over the next 2 game weeks. Wolves are currently at the bottom of the table and have conceded 21 goals this season. After scoring 10 goals in his first 5 league games, Erling Haaland has now blanked in his last 2 in the UEFA Nations League match against Slovenia. Haaland scored 2 goals to becoming Norway's all-time leading goal scorer. It will be very difficult for Wolves to keep Haaland quiet throughout the game. If we look at the FDR table, Spurs have a good run of fixtures. They play West Ham, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa and Ipswich in the next 4 game weeks. Spurs players are to be targeted. Dominic Solanke, Maddison and Johnson are the players to target from Spurs. In game week 5, 6 and 7, Johnson and Maddison have scored 25 FPL points each, With great fixtures ahead, Johnson is a great option for managers who are trying to move on from players like Eze, Luis Diaz or even Bruno Fernandes. Johnson have 3 goals and 2 assists to his name so far. At a price of 6.6 million, he seems to be the best value for money asset in the game currently. Managers who want to take advantage of the Spurs fixtures should also consider Solanke as one of the best forward options for the upcoming game week. Solanke have registered 2 goals and 1 assist till now. Everton haven't had the strongest start to the season, but their upcoming fixtures provide a great opportunity to bounce back. With favorable matchups running through to game week 14, players like Pickford, Mykolenko and McNeil are worth keeping an eye on. Saka is Arsenal's primary injury. Worry heading into game week 8, he is flagged as a doubtful after picking up a possible hamstring issue during England's match against Greece on October 10. Following the injury, he withdrew from the squad, missing the game against Finland and returned to Arsenal for further evaluation. During the international break, there were worries about Gabriel Martinelli's fitness. He came off the bench to play the last 5 minutes against Chile, but concerns arose that he may have sustained an injury while on international duty. I'm still opting Haaland for captaincy this week as well. That's all for our Game Week 8 preview. Good luck with your teams this week and remember to stay flexible with your transfers and captain choices. Also, do not forget to go through press conferences for injury news before making any transfer. Thanks for tuning in to FPL Pro Tips. We'll see you before the start of Game Week 9. Thank you.